So you know what I think's fucked up? I'm watching American Discoveries on Nat Geo or some shit. And it's talking about how the ancient Minoans came here to America thousands of years before Columbus did. So that's gonna blow the lid off of Columbus being the one that discovered America. Well, what asshats? I mean, this place was fucking populated. You know, see, America wants you to keep on and keep on and keep on believing that this was just a plot of land uninhabited by any form of civilized culture. They want you to think that they came here and created America on a blank canvas. And that ain't at all what the fuck happened. I mean, y'all look, if you want to see what happened, all you gotta do is look around the world and look what's happening. Alright? What's happening here around the world, y'all? America's going around and we're giving them quote unquote freedom. And we're taking and destroying their culture. We're discovering that land. We're making it new. It's bullshit, y'all. They came here, they massacred, they destroyed. They took over a land that was just flourishing in peace with nature. Okay? And they created America. They knew exactly what the fuck they were doing before they came over here, y'all. Okay, they want to say that they were over here on a, search mission or whatever the fuck, hit it by accident, or they were over here mining for copper, and that's all bullshit, y'all. They know why America was here. They know how America was founded. And they want to bullshit you every fucking step of the way. We still have Columbus Day. That's bullshit too. This country sucks. The system sucks. The whole system fucking sucks. I think that we need 7-hour work days. I think everybody needs a salary, not an hourly pay. Period. You go to work for 7 hours, you get off work, you come home, you do your life stuff for 7 hours. Now you have the option of 8 hours of sleep, because it takes about 2 hours to get ready to and from work and all that good crap, right? So you got to deduct that. 8-hour work days. Okay, I can feel that. 5 days a week, that is. All this other crap. Everything's fucked, y'all. We live in a haphazard world. Everything's haphazardly put together. There's old ideas and new ideas running side by side, and it just fucks everything up. And amongst it all, they're lying to you about your reality and your history and your future. America had many, many cultures here before Columbus came, before the Templars came, before the Minoans came. Okay? America wasn't discovered, y'all. It was conquered. Okay? They came over here and they conquered it. Period. They destroyed this nation. What was here? They created it as their own. And that's just something that pisses me off. Because it's, yet again, they're not admitting the truth. Yet again, they're constantly lying. It drives me nuts. It's like there's no end to the bullshit. There's no end to the lies. What I want all those in office, all those that are in all these high positions of power, just to get the fuck out. Just quit. You know what I'm saying? Look, y'all, all y'all big ass CEOs, and I'm calling all CEOs out of any corporation, okay? Now check it out, y'all. If y'all have, let's say, not be greedy here, $5 million, okay? You got $5 million, take it and fucking quit your job, okay? You're done. You're done. Okay, leave the rest of the money for everybody else. You know what I'm saying? They're stockpiling all the goddamn money, and we're having to fight for the scraps that are left. And it's fucking up society. Capitalism is good, but capitalism is bad. You know what I'm saying? It's like pot. Pot's good, but pot's bad. You know, it helps with a lot of things, and yet it makes you happy and content with where you're at, and you don't strive for excellence. So, you know, there's a good and bad to everything. You know, there's a balance. And this corporate crap is just destroying everything. It's destroying the planet. You got, what is it, 2.1 billion people that have electronic communications. And the rest of the world is, you know, half a century, 2 centuries behind. You know? And we're the ones that are making all the decisions for the earth, while they're having to take, you know, what we give them. You know, it's no different. You know, what's happening with the earth right now is what happened with America before. And, you know, look at China. You know, say, yeah, they're communists and they got a lot of shit bad and stuff. But guess what they're not doing? They're not killing all those different cultures. I mean, they got more than 50 types of languages and cultures out there that they don't speak Chinese. You know, they actually let them live. They actually let them have their realm of reality. And they don't fuck it up. They don't try to conquer their land, take their resources, you know, all for money. You know, we got enough fucking money on this planet. There's only X amount of resources and stuff on the planet. Those resources that we eliminate, you know, they're gone. They're eliminated, you know. But the renewable resources, we can renew. Now, if we get our ducks in a row, we organize, we calculate, we analyze, and then we implicate, we'll be able to fucking have it all the way we're supposed to have it. I don't know, I'm rambling. I hadn't been feeling well this last week and two, so I'm just trying to take a breather, trying to relax. Thought I'd watch some educational TV, and it's far from that. You know, just a bunch more lies. I don't know. Just me rambling. It's not really educational, informative, or entertaining, I guess. And that's really what I like to do in my videos, is I try to make sure they're either educational, informative, or entertaining. If they're none of those, then, you know, they really shouldn't be up, you know, because it's just nothing but a waste of people's time. So that's why I have like 218 uploads and less than 150 of them viewable by the public, because I decided that they weren't educational, informative, or entertaining. What was it? There was a point I was wanting to make last night. That was my thought. I can't even recall it right now. And it's a bummer. Because I'm sitting there looking at how everybody is and how everything is. Oh, that's it. That's the statistic, is what I was trying to figure out. Does anybody know how much money there is on the planet, right? I think they do. I'm pretty damn sure, 2013, that's a factor that's already been calculated. Now we know how many people there are, right? So let's get those numbers and divide them out and see how much money there should be per person. This fluctuation of currency needs to stop. It's bullshit. It's nothing but control, okay? It's just, they're like, hey, let's fluctuate this, let's fluctuate that, let's fluctuate that. Now they change it all for their benefit, okay? Every time the government changes the, what's that called? Not the cost of living. Oh, he could guess. Damn it. You see, this is why I'm not making much videos or making many messages, because my brain's just not there. Fuck. Y'all probably already know what I'm trying to say. Oh, fuck. interest rate. There we go. The interest rate. You know, they adjust the interest rate to benefit them. Alright. I don't think that any money should be interested. You know, added with interest. I think if you borrow money, then you borrow money for a set amount that you're going to return. This interest rate crap needs to fucking go. It should be X amount. You know, if I borrow $100 and I need to repay them 110, that's why I need to repay them 110. Period. Period. This interest shit needs to fucking go. Okay? It needs to be all fixed. This fluctuation crap needs to fucking go. Everybody's relying on the stock market. You know, they look at the stock market. And who controls the stock market, y'all? I'm saying corporations. You know what I'm saying? They make their decisions. They do their insider trading. They steal their money. They stockpile their money. And they leave us very little. Very little. So fuck them. Fuck them. We need to get off this money thing, y'all. We need to get on an infrastructure of credit or whatever. You know, I think that everybody has a right to live without stress of losing your place that you're going to live in. You know, I mean, fuck, we're on the planet. You know what I'm saying? Ants don't go around evicting the other ant, you know what I'm saying, just because, you know, they didn't bring in enough food. See what I'm saying? They bring in enough food for everybody. They have the natural way of doing things. And here we are, humans, going out and fucking the whole thing up and throwing our opinion in it. You know, because we think we have the right to. You know, we all think that we have the right to tell other people what to do. We all think we have the right to tell other people what to say. We have the right to tell other people how to act and how to perceive things. But we're all different. You know, we're all products of our environment. And I'm a product of the environment that I create. You know, I was a product of the environment I was raised in, and I changed that. You know, I created my own environment to be a product of. You know, when I wake up every day, you know, the first thing in my brain when I wake up today is, what am I going to do good for people today? And that's how everybody should be. You know, what can you do good for your fellow man? I'm just a man. You know, just a man. Except I like to do good. You know, I like to help. I like to aid. Because it's the whole karma kick type of fractal. You know, you do good, good comes to you. You do bad, bad comes to you. So, you know, like I said a minute ago, you know, I'm just rambling away. Not much of a video, I guess. Maybe it is, maybe I don't know. I don't know. Y'all tell me, let me know. You know what I'm saying? Are these videos worth the shit? You know what I'm saying? Am I wasting my time, your time, everybody's time? I don't know. If I am, I'll just quit uploading them, you know, so I'll still make them just to get it off my chest. But, yeah, it is what it is. Well, I'm about to go harvest some nuts and chow down. I'll talk to y'all later.